Fox Butte County celebration of Nebraska's 134th birthday.
43, 49.
This is a test program. 143, okay. Becky here next to me was not here at the time.
Hello.
On this date in 1867, Nebraska became the 37th state in the Union. We are happy for all of you there in the back to have the fourth graders from Fox Butte County here to celebrate with us. It's been our custom here at the Alliance Museum to have fourth graders celebrate Nebraska's birthday here. In the fourth grade, it has always been in the curriculum in this state that fourth graders study Nebraska history. And I know for a fact that it was 1961 that Becky and I studied Nebraska history.
I think I learned as much as
One more trivia. Fourth graders. Who was the President of the United States in 1867? When Nebraska became a state. Yes?
George Washington.
No.
My God.
He was here at the time. One right there. No, not Grover Cleveland. This is one right here. No. Getting warmer. Right there. No, not Teddy Roosevelt. A hand after Abraham Lincoln.
There's the button to get on there.
Who? No. Not Jefferson. Way in the back.
Andrew Johnson.
Andrew Johnson.
Bless your heart.
Thank you. This beautiful museum that we are going to open today is a gift from Vic and Martha Eldridge. Through their Eldred Foundation, this facility will be used by the city, the region, and visitors from around the world for many years. A man by the name of George Santa Anna once said that those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it. This museum, the museum is defined as an institution devoted to the procurement, care, study, and display of objects of lasting interest or value, will remind us of our past, and hopefully we can learn from that past. Along with our Sallows Military Museum across the street, we hope that you all discover the people, places, and history of our region. We have several guests here this afternoon that I'd like to introduce right now. The present city council members are here hiding back here behind me. They're a Conestoga wagon. They would come forward. Mayor Ralph Yeager, Vice Mayor Lori Rowley, Fred Benzel, and Fred Felges serve on the council with me this year, and they've been involved in this process the last couple of years. I welcome them. Sarah Pollock, who is the curator of the Maury Sandoz Heritage Center at Chadron State College, is back there in the back. Thank you for coming down, Sarah. We have Kay Kimberly, who is with the Nebraska State Historical Society, is back here with us this afternoon. And I think I saw Liz Taylor Hurt, who is with Fox Butte Tourism, is here. And I don't think we have any county commissioners here today. They probably have meetings. I welcome all special guests. And now, as I said earlier, the museum has traditionally hosted fourth graders in Fox Butte County for Nebraska's birthday. Today we have fourth graders from Alliance Public Schools, St. Agnes Academy in Alliance, and Hemingford Public Schools. Each school has selected a student to give a little presentation that they have prepared for today. In your program, we will see the first Becky, have you got something you wanted to
Well, I'm here to sing Beautiful Nebraska, isn't that right? You guys are looking out. That's not my show. Yeah, we're just going to do history. Well, since Councilman Husick has already told you a lot of the history, I could go back and we could talk about 10,000 years ago and the Native American tribes that roamed the earth, but that's what your teachers are for, and I don't want to take their job security. So I want to tell you that you've all studied famous Nebraskans this year, I assume. Okay, you know there's famous Nebraskans. David Butler. Do we know who David Butler is? First governor of Nebraska. Kay Orr, the first and so far only woman governor of Nebraska. Who knows who William Cody is? Buffalo Bill. Buffalo Bill. Very good. Father Flanagan from Boys Town. These are people that made Nebraska famous. But I want to tell you just a little bit about the people that are a little closer maybe to my heart that made Nebraska famous. And they're the people that we will be featuring here in the museum for you. And they are people like Levi Rubottom and his wife Jenny. They were the very first homesteaders in Box Butte County. Robert Ball Anderson, sorry. He was the first black homesteader in Box Butte County. Dr. Frank Knight, who came here as a little country doctor and became an entrepreneur, going on to start one of the banks that's still in business in Alliance. Let's see, there's so many of them, it's so hard to pick. J.R. Phelan, one of my all-time favorites. When his people on the railroad, he was one of the first superintendents on the Burlington lines here. And when his people were not happy living here because there weren't trees and they were so used to trees back east, he had the railroad bring in 2 trainloads of trees and gave them away. So that tree in your front yard could be a gift from the railroad 130 some years ago. So these are some of the famous people, but we don't want to forget Victor and Martha Eldred. Because they are our benefactors, they are also some of the first people that looked at conserving natural resources. They realized that our water level here is very important and we need to do all we can do to preserve that. And also energy. They were very much ahead of their time. So all the people I've told you about, these are people that had a dream and they had the courage to finish it. And I love that. I think that says who we are. Now, every year, the teachers know this, and eventually some of you guys are going to know this. I ask a question. Who owns the museum? Who owns the museum? Everyone! Everyone! You finally got it! You're the first fourth grade class in 13 years that has answered that. This is your museum. This is your history and your heritage. And whether you've lived here 5 months, 5 years, or like my family, 5 generations, this is your history. We want you to be very proud of it, and we thank you for coming today. And I think, are you going to, got the kids' things? There you go.
I'm going to have 3 speakers this afternoon, and I hope they're up here close.